Welcome again to the channel, Life with Jennifer JM. I'm your girl, Auntie Jen. Oh, I'm your girl, Auntie Jen. So, a dolly house where I play. Me not know say a dolly house where I play. Me not know say the parliament become dolly house. A bully is him and I want to take run this thing. Uno bro God. I want to take this thing. Uno go on, man. Go on with a wedding. Go on with a wedding until you push Jamaican people over the edge. You hear me? You go on with a wedding. Because if the opposition can't ask no question in our parliament, so the opposition can't ask no question in our parliament, you want to shut them up. You want to shut them up. Listen me, man. You not get on top of all my nerves right now. You not get on top of my nerves. Let me show you a little clip of what's going on for people. Watch this.
Because there's a question from the leader of opposition, the member from St. Andrew South.
I'm very concerned by the way in which the proceedings are being conducted. We are attempting to ask questions. We are attempting to ask questions arising from the statement. The statement was a wide-ranging statement. It not only touched and concerned the specific minister's portfolio, he also said he was speaking on behalf of the Minister of Local Government, who is overseas, who has direct responsibility for disaster preparedness. On more than one occasion, the member on this side who was sought to ask a question has been prevented from completing the question, and instead a point of order has been taken, which I don't know what the ruling was, or you yourself have intervened to prevent the statement, the question from being asked. I want to know what the question was that the member for Southeast St. Mary was seeking to ask. I don't know what his question is.
Member. If we have no other questions, announcements. Announcements.
First of all, the house chaka. Because Juliet Owen should not be back the speaker of the house. Right? And she can't control the old nigger them on her side. Yes, I say that. All niggers. So don't have nothing about Uno. Uno have nothing about Uno. My viewers, my friend and my subscriber. I don't know enough. I am lost for words. The one know how long we go can sit down and bear them a kind of dirtiness we are going. Then I prepare nothing for hurricane to come, nothing about the people them but not ready for contact about robot and all kind of nonsense. Now I'm gonna listen to what the member of St. Mary Emmanuel was saying. I wanna listen if them have a serious question. The nation not prepare in a hurricane season. The nation is not prepared by the government. And we're in a hurricane season. Take a listen to this.
Congratulate Minister Matthew Samuda on being assigned to his own ministry. I know previously he was a minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation with responsibility for the portfolio. But climate change, as I've always thought, deserves its own ministry. And I want to applaud him on being appointed to that ministry. We on this side stand ready to work with the government to ensure that our people, the people of Jamaica, have access to proper information, to accurate information, and to timely information as we prepare for what may come. But we're not altogether pleased, Minister. events of this nature, we believe, are things we can prepare for. We know that one of the results of climate change has been more adverse weather conditions. And as a new member of this House, I find it unfortunate that I have not been a part of any briefing to advise me on what preparatory steps have been taken to get us ready during this disaster period. I'm told, Madam Speaker, that sometime in the summer, some funds would have been provided for drain cleaning. I imagine a lot of those drains have now blocked up, and a lot of those verges have experienced overgrowth. And people in places like Port Maria will not go to bed confident tonight that should the rains come later on, they will have the safety. And I note, Madam Speaker, that the Minister of Local Government was mentioned. I want to point out that the councillors in the St. Mary Municipal Corporation indicate that the last allocation they received was for July. And so they are not in any position to step in and readiness. So while we pray for help, and while we hope for help, and while we wish for help, Madam Speaker, we had an opportunity to prepare, and we did not adequately prepare. Madam Speaker, I also want to speak on behalf of some of my colleagues who welcomed the Spark program, which should have been addressing some of the roads and drains in their various constituencies. The reports I have received, Madam Speaker, is that some of those roads have been dug up, pipes have been burst, roads are in a state of disrepair, and people are worried about what the condition will be when these heavy rains come down in the next 48 hours. We also came here today, Madam Speaker, to hear, since there was no preparation for what may come, and not all the fault of the minister, because the Ministry of Works and Local Government had a role to play in the preparation. But since there's no evidence of preparation, Madam Speaker, we were hoping to hear that some emergency steps would have been taken to ensure that we can get some of those drains clean, to mitigate against the possible flooding that will come. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Minister spoke about the island network, the island-wide network of 881 shelters that will be made available as the need arises. I would love an update on the state of these shelters, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would love an update on the state of the bedding and on the availability of food in these shelters to take care of the people, the vulnerable, who may have to retreat to these shelters. 11 seconds. So, Madam Speaker, while we stand ready to work and to support and to provide timely and accurate information, we need more than word from the government of the day, Madam Speaker. We need action from the government to get us to a state of ready as we anticipate this storm. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The man asked valid question on the Spark program. No drain cleaning. And we know it's a hurricane season. Okay? Nothing are done. The man asked, the shelter them prepare, how much bed space we have, as such a nothing. Nothing, people. Nothing. I don't know. And like, share and subscribe to the channel, yeah? And tell me one thing, because I tell you the truth. Me have enough of this now. Them are kind of people, yeah. They will make you sin. And you say true, then we make you sin. You have to just careful.
I want to congratulate Minister Matthew Samuda
You know?
on
Newell did a good job. And wanna like, share, subscribe. Tell me one thing. Leave on a comment because this just so the opposition then just walk out. Just walk out. Let's give them, man. Since you don't want to hear nothing from you, you're not going in the door now though. Make sure if your hurricane comes, people are protected. Catch you later.